Hey guys, today we're going to be doing USACO 2019 US Open Contest Silver problem number 3, fence planning. So I assume you guys already know the problem, so let's just get into the solution, guys. Alright guys, so the first thing we have to do is to plot our cows. Alright, now let's label them. Okay, now let's connect them. Alright, so now we have them labeled and connected. So this actually kind of represents a graph a little, right? So maybe what we can do is to BFS for each of the Moo networks to find out which cows are part of which Moo network, and then from there we can just find our perimeter by keeping a running minimum perimeter. So just looking at it, this Moo network over here with cows 5, 6, and 7 is obviously the smaller one, and it's going to have a perimeter of 10, so that's why the output's 10. And then to actually calculate our perimeter, what we're going to do is we're going to take the minimum x, which is right here, and the maximum x, which is right here. We take the minimum x and the maximum x of that respective Moo network, then we find the difference between them to get the horizontal side of the perimeter. And then to get our vertical side of our perimeter, we will have to take the maximum y and the minimum y and subtract them, and there we go. So the horizontal side will have a length of 2, and the vertical will have a length of 3, and then 3 times 2, that's 6, and 2 times 2, that's 4, and then 4 plus 6, that's 10. So that's how we get 10. So basically the idea is just to do BFS and find the separate Moo networks, and then from there, for each time we call BFS, we want to find the perimeter of that specific new Moo network that we're in. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and read in the input. I initialized everything. I have 2 arrays for the X coordinate of the cows and the Y coordinate of the cows. And I have initialized our adjacency list as well for our graphs. Alright guys, so the first thing we want to do is to initialize our best perimeter variable. So since it's the minimum perimeter, we're going to initialize it as integer.maxValue. And next we need a way to check whether the cow has been visited or not. So we're actually going to use a set instead of a Boolean array this time. If the cow is inside the set, that means we already used it, and if it's not, we're going to run BFS, so yeah. And then after that, we want to iterate through each cow to check if they're visited or not, and then if they're not, we're going to run BFS. If visited contains the cow, that means we can just skip it, and then we can go to our BFS. So first we want to initialize our minimum x, minimum y, and maximum y that we're going to use to calculate the perimeter. Next, what we need to do is to actually start our BFS, but first we have to have our queue to actually do the BFS. So we're going to have our queue. Alright, and then we want to add the starting cow to it. And then after we add the starting cow to the queue, while the queue is empty, we want to pull the cow that's on the top of the queue, and then we just want to go through all of the cows that are adjacent to or are in the same Moo network as the cow that we just pulled. Alright, and we also have to check if it's visited or not. If visited does not contain it, we're just going to run through our basic BFS procedure. So what that means is we're just going to add the adjacent cow to the queue, and we're going to mark it as visited. Okay, so after we do that, we want to actually update our minimum x, minimum y, maximum x, and maximum y so we can actually calculate our best perimeter. Alright, there we go. And after we update them, we want to calculate our current perimeter that we have for that Moo network. And it's going to be 2 times the max x minus the min x plus 2 times the max y minus the min y. And yeah, so it's going to be the same thing as we said before. Oops, I accidentally put it outside of the loop. And to calculate our best perimeter, we're going to take the max, the minimum between the current perimeter that we calculated and the previous best perimeter. And I think we're done, so we can just print our best perimeter and let's see if it works or not. Alright guys, quick correction, I accidentally put min instead of max here. Pretty silly mistake, but let's actually see if it works now. Alright, submit. Waiting for available grading server, grading in progress. Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. Comment down below for what you guys want to see in the future. I'll be sure to maybe actually do some USACO Gold content if you guys want. And peace out.
Tag friend. Oh! Why did I jump? Did anybody else jump?